Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I have an amazing announcement. If you guys follow me on my social media pages, specifically my Instagram, you already know the good news, but just over a week ago, Matt and I got engaged! We are so excited. It is just finally starting to actually sink in and feel real. I'm so excited to plan this whole wedding and go through this whole journey, especially alongside Matt. But I thought that it would be really fun for me to kind of share some of our journey and our wedding planning experience with you guys. I don't know if you watch Alex Garza here on YouTube, but she did an entire wedding series on her channel, and I absolutely love to watch those videos. They were like my favorite videos to watch of hers. I just absolutely adored her whole series. I got so excited whenever she put a new episode up. So since I enjoyed watching her series so much and she did such a great job with it, I figured, you know, why not do something like that here on my channel now that I'm going to be going through, you know, all the same things. So I thought that it would be really fun to share this experience with you guys and give you kind of behind the scenes and just little bits and pieces of our whole wedding planning process. And make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to be giving you a little bit of a sneak peek into our actual proposal. I'm trying to come up with a cute hashtag to use for this series that is kind of unique to me and to Matt. And I was thinking of doing like hashtag becoming Bristow. Bristow will be my new last name when we get married. So I'm thinking I might use that. But you guys probably don't really care about my hashtag. You probably care more about the bling. I'm sure you want to know about it. So that's always what I want to see immediately when people get engaged. I'm like, let me see it. Come on, let's see the ring. So I wanted to share you guys a little bit about my ring and then also a little kind of inside details from our actual proposal. Matt did such an amazing job. It was so special and so awesome, and I'm just going to share a little bit of it with you guys. The ring itself is a Viraggio, and it is from their classic collection, which is one of their newer collections. This collection is a lot more simple than their traditional ring designs. However, it's still very romantic and glamorous and even has a little bit of like a vintage feel and like antique feel, which I absolutely loved. I never really thought I would pick out like a Viraggio ring just because they tend to be like more ornate than something I would normally pick, but I absolutely fell in love with this setting. I did go pick it out with Matt. I would highly suggest going to at least look at rings, even if it's not with your soon-to-be fiance. I know that some people, you know, want to keep it super traditional and have the fiance pick out and design the ring and have it be a surprise, which I totally get. I think that's amazing. However, I would definitely suggest going to at least try some on, even if you don't pick the setting out. When I was originally, when we, you know, decided to kind of start ring shopping a few months ago, I was looking at, you know, all these different rings online. I had it narrowed down to a specific setting with a specific type of band, and I even had pretty much a specific setting picked out. And I was like, you know what, let's just go look. I kind of want to see in person. This is like a big purchase. So we went and we looked, and I actually tried on that exact ring, and I loved it online. It was gorgeous. And then I put it on my hand, and I was kind of like, I don't really like that on my hand. So what you see online may not necessarily be what you see on your hand. So I would definitely recommend just going to try some on, even if it's with a girlfriend, you know, just to get a better idea of what you like on yourself. It just really helps a lot. And so I ended up picking this out along with Matt. Well, after that initial decision of picking the setting, I was not involved in the process whatsoever. I didn't feel like me picking out the setting took away from our moment at all. I honestly kind of forgot what it looked like. I remembered, you know, a basic idea, but you know, looking at it online, it just doesn't do it justice. So it was really cool to be able to see it again because I honestly kind of forgot, and it was almost like a surprise to me. So I would definitely recommend just going to check out some settings or even picking out your own, because let's be real, if they're going to be spending money on this, it might as well be something that you absolutely love, right? So, and I don't think Matt had any problem with me coming. I don't think he really, you know, cared that I wanted to pick it out. I think if anything, he was probably happier that he didn't have to stress over finding one he knew I would like. So it was just really cool to be able to experience that together. It was less stressful for everyone involved, and he ended up, you know, being able to get me an amazing ring that I just can't believe that I get to wear. But yeah, so it's just beautiful and I love it. It's just amazing, and I can't believe that I get to wear it. I feel so lucky and so honored to wear it. It is so special to me for so many reasons. It's special to Matt, it's special to his family. It's pretty incredible that I get to wear this, and honestly, I feel so honored and just so lucky to be able to, you know, have this on my hand every day. It's just incredible. But so now that we have talked about the ring, I want to tell you guys a little bit about the actual proposal. It was so amazing. I absolutely loved it. Matt did such an amazing job. He totally caught me off guard. I knew, like, you know, eventually within the near future we would be getting engaged, but I had no idea exactly when, or I had no idea how he was going to do it. So we actually ended up going down to my family's beach house for a long weekend. And the day itself was pretty normal. I was studying for my RD exam all day, like just inside. He was hanging out, just like kind of floating in the bay, relaxing. And my parents had told me earlier in the week that we had dinner reservations for that night, and I was not suspicious, you know, whatsoever. We go out to dinner all the time, so that was totally normal. And that day in particular, Matt was like, hey, do you want to go out, you know, paddle boarding around sunset? And I was like, yeah, sure. And again, I wasn't suspicious because, you know, we've done that before, and he was like, I kind of want to just do it one last time. It's probably the last time we'll get to go before the summer ends. And it's just so nice when you go out there, you know, on the paddle boards at that time of day. It's just so peaceful and calm, and the water is like slowed down, and it's just really gorgeous, and just, it's really nice just to do it. So I was like, yeah, sure, like, yeah, that's a great idea. We're probably not going to get another chance, you know, before summer ends. So since we were going out to dinner, I was like, all right, well, let me just like get ready for dinner, and then we'll go out, and then we can come back and, like, you know, have a drink before we go, and then I'll just have to change, you know, before we leave. So that way I could just relax when we were finished on the paddle boards. And so he was like, oh yeah, that's fine. So of course I go and get ready. I take my sweet time because I had no idea what was going on. But so then I finally was like ready to roll, and we went out on the paddle boards, and we just paddle boarded around, and it was just like very peaceful, and it was nice and calming, and just like a really nice moment. And then when we came back in on the docks, I was like, okay, like, you know, let's go have a drink, whatever, let's go relax. And he was like, no, come here. And so we were down on like the deck over the water, and that's, you know, where he started talking to me and telling me all these really nice things, and I was just like, oh my god, like, this is really happening. I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I don't even remember most of the things that he said, just because I was like so caught up in the moment, and it was just like, I couldn't believe it was real. I couldn't believe it was happening. It felt like the world was spinning. And I honestly don't even really remember him getting down on one knee. I like vaguely remember it. I do remember that he said my full name, which I really appreciated. But yeah, I barely remember even him getting down on one knee. But I did say yes. I said obviously yes, and you know, he put the ring on, and it was just such an amazing moment, and it was just ours, like, that's our memory, and it was just amazing. And one of the coolest parts was my mom and dad and my aunt and uncle were up on the top deck, so they were able to watch the whole thing, and they got pictures, and then we even had like neighbors across the bay who kind of caught on and like sensed that something was about to happen, and they were all watching from their deck. So, you know, right after, you know, he asked me for my hand in marriage, everyone like across the bay from my house, everyone was cheering and clapping, and it was just so cool. And we went upstairs and had champagne, and I started calling everyone, and it was so much fun. He just did such an amazing job. So that was our proposal story. It was just an amazing, amazing moment. He did such a good job, and it was calming, it wasn't overwhelming, and it was just peaceful, and it was just perfect for us. So I still can't believe it. Neither of us, I think, can believe it. It's just now starting to settle in that, like, this is real. If you guys know Matt and I, you know that we've had a very, very long history, and it is just like so crazy to me that like we're here, like we're engaged and we're getting married, and it's just so crazy. It's finally starting to sink in. Actually, the other day I was like driving home from the gym, and a song came on in the car that I had always kind of like imagined we would, you know, dance to at our wedding someday, like that we would play that at some point, like during the reception. And I just finally, like, it finally hit me, and I started to cry, like happy tears. I was like giggling, crying on the way home. It was so weird, but it just finally hit me, like, oh my god, like we're actually getting married. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I can't believe it, but I am so excited, and I just can't wait. He's such an amazing guy, and I feel so lucky, and I can't wait to marry him. I hope that you guys enjoyed hearing a little bit about our proposal story, and I hope that you're as excited as I am for this wedding series. I can't wait to share the planning details with you guys and just kind of document everything that's going on as it's going on, and I'm just so excited for it, and I hope that you guys are too. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you are as excited as I am and want to see a wedding series here on my channel. And now stay tuned for a quick little sneak peek into our proposal, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Oh yeah. 105 is the number that comes to my head. When I think of all the years I wanna be with you, wake up every morning with you in my bed. That's precisely what I plan to do. And you know one of these days, when I get my money right, buy you everything and show you all the fine